black shuck on it.
Yeah. I'm going to tie down the bend. And I'll use some of the poly yarn. You can use Antron too. I actually prefer to use Antron, but I have some of the poly yarn sitting here, so I'll use that. Just tie it in. That's not too much getting in the way here. And the reason I'm tying it all the way forward is so I get that smooth body. And I'll trim off a little bit off the rear to give it just a shuck. And I'm going to use one strand of super hair in black, 2 strands or 3 strands in the clear. What it's going to do is give it kind of a zebra or a segmented look. Same thing, make that loose wrap over the hook and kind of shove it back with your fingernail to where you want it.
Nice.
No, it's perfect.
Keep them flat, they just line up.
Great.
I'm gonna actually have to tie up a few of these.
Black thread, but let's use brown. I would normally use black thread on this step, but brown will work. Then we're going to tie in the parachute. I'm just going to use that poly yarn. On this one I'll make a little bit smaller posts than the last fly that we did. Use a few less strands. Lift it up.
What size would you usually tie this in?
20, 22, just whatever size midges you're using at the time.
And right now, would you say they're hatching on like 22s?
Just depends.
Get out there and see.
Yeah, I carry them everything from an 18 to a 26. 22 and 24s, I mean, those are pretty common sizes. Once we get the post on there, measure out your hackle. It's going to take a little bit smaller hackle.
So you teach us how to measure that hackle.
Well, I just take the feather and just take it and wrap it around the hook, or wrap it around your post. And if it looks good to you, then it looks, you know, it's the right size. Yeah, I eyeball it. I'm sure, you know, a really professional tire or something would tell you there's an exact way that you measure it, but I don't worry about that way. Oh. Okay, got our hackle on there. So then we just dub it, and I'll just cover up all this brown thread with just some black dubbing. Ideally you want to use black thread to match that. And same thing, kind of build a little bit of a ball around that head. And take that hook and turn it. Find your hackle.
Top to bottom on the hackle.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes some other fibers play with you there.
I think it matters. Does it matter to you whether that hackle is concave or convex?
When you buy really nice hackles, it doesn't matter all that much, so I don't worry about it too much. But you want the curved side facing down, ideally,
Okay.
which is what this is doing right now. And whip finish, I'm using grizzly hackle. You could use a black hackle as well.
I like how it has that black and white, like.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Trim the post.
Nice.
There you go. That's all there is to it. You can't even see the brown thread.
Right.
Wow.
So, Dio's turn.
Oh, geez.